After that.
All right, let's look at an equation involving a trioxocarbonate 4. So when you hear limestone, we are talking about calcium trioxocarbonate 4. So let me use that example when it reacts with an acid. Let's see that type of reaction. So from the name, calcium, what's the symbol for calcium? Ca. So you write Ca. Trioxo, three oxygen. Remember it's capital O. Carbonate, carbon. The carbon is always written in the middle. Carbonate 4. So this CO3 is a radical. That means it exists as a single unit. And this CO3 has a valency of 2. Now let's see what happens. Calcium has a valency of 2. CO3 has a valency of 2. Exchange of valency 2 will cancel 2. So we have just CO3 left. So this is the correct formula for that compound. And it's a solid. Limestone is solid, your cement is solid. So reacting with, let's say, what acid can we use? Tetraoxosulfate 6 acid. Tetraoxo. Once you hear acid, know that every acid has what? Hydrogen ion. And once it's inorganic, the first letter written is hydrogen. So once you hear whatever acid, nobody will even tell you hydrogen when they're mentioning acid. So once you hear acid, it must have what? Hydrogen ion. And if it is inorganic acid, the hydrogen is written first. So if I say tetraoxosulfate 6 acid, once you hear acid, first write H first. Capital H. Then tetraoxo sulfate 6. And we said that the valency of tetraoxosulfate 6 is what? 2. And the valency of hydrogen, is our hydrogen, is 1. So 1 and 2. Then they exchange their valency. This has 2 and this has 1. So, of course, we don't write 1. But this is our correct formula for tetraoxosulfate 6 acid. And remember I said acids are usually in aqueous solutions. So now for the products, we always have that thing I said in mind. There is always what we call kind of a decomposition, separation between what this came with and what this came with. There's kind of an exchange. So calcium will take this, but here there is a tricky formation. Remember, this is like a specified kind of product that once a trioxocarbonate 4 reacts with an acid, a particular gas is produced, and that is carbon 4 oxide gas. And when an acid reacts with a metal or an alkali, it produces salt always. Then if it's just a metal, it liberates what? Hydrogen. While if it's a base, it forms water. So in this case, there is presence of oxygen. So this will form salt, it will form water, and it will produce what? Carbon 4 oxide gas. So having an idea of what the product is supposed to be helps you a lot. Now in this case, we know that one of them is a salt. So let's look at the salt. Of course, we write our metal first. Write our metal first, and then our SO4. So we know that water will be formed. So write water, we already know the formula of water. H2O. And we also know that carbon 4 oxide will be formed. Carbon 4 oxide, as we already know, is CO2, and it's always a gas. This water is liquid, and the salt is still in aqueous solution. Alright, so here let's look at the valencies. Calcium, the valency of calcium is 2, the valency of SO4 is 2, so our equation is correct. Water, of course, you know the formula of water, H2O, and carbon 4 oxide is CO2. So we have written a correct equation. What is left is for us to see if it's balanced. So we have one calcium here, one calcium here, one carbon here, one carbon here, 3 oxygen oxygen plus 4, that's 7 oxygen. This is 4, 1 and 2, 7. We have 2 hydrogen atoms here, we have 2 hydrogen atoms here. 1 sulfur, 1 sulfur, and we are good. So the equation is balanced. All right. Thank you very much. Have a beautiful day. Bye.